Hello students, today we're starting in the beginning bit of our notes, chapter 1, titled The Introduction, Matter and Measurement. First thing we'll be looking at is we're doing notes for section 1.1. Titled The Study of Chemistry. And we're going to look a little what chemistry is, what chemists do, and why it is useful to learn chemistry. So we'll start with chemistry. We'll give a little definition here. Study of properties of materials and changes that they undergo. Now, make sure you also, as we're going through this, prior to this, you can stop, go back and read it, or after we get done with this, make sure you read section 1.1 and eventually all of chapter 1. And chemistry, one of the reasons it's important is it can be applied to all aspects of life, such as pharmaceuticals, color leaf change and fall, and many other things. And as we continue on, we get to how the textbook refers to as the atomic and molecular perspective of chemistry. So, chemistry involves the study of properties and the behavior of matter. So if we're going to talk about behavior of matter, we need to know what matter is. Matter is the physical material of the universe, has mass, takes up space. Approximately 100 elements constitute all matter. Currently, we have actually 118 elements, and you will be memorizing the names and symbols of the elements. So make sure you're working on that. We'll be doing a few of them each month. Then it's also said the study of properties. So property, characteristic, allows to recognize a particular type of matter and distinguish it from other types of matter. Mentioned in the previous part, we got approximately 118 known elements today. And elements, some key ideas about elements, they're made up of unique atoms, building blocks of matter. Names are derived from a wide variety of sources: Latin, Greek, mythological characters, names of people and places. Then molecules, combinations of atoms held together in specific shapes, and you understand the difference between macroscopic and submicroscopic. Macroscopic is what we observe, and we explain it by using submicroscopic. And properties relate to composition, to what's there, and structure, how they're arranged. Now, as we go through this course, we will look a lot at properties. And there's a little diagram from your textbook where they show you a number of molecules. These molecules can range from pretty simple, as we see here, some very simple looking ones with oxygen, water, and carbon dioxide, to a little more complicated too. Aspirin, a very complicated looking molecule. We use little spheres to represent them. Here we're looking at structural models, and shows a little bit about their shape, what they're made up of. And they got a simple little question here of how many carbon atoms are in one aspirin molecule. So all we got to do is note that the carbons, the dark colored ones here, and we just look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 carbon atoms. I have a couple quick questions from your book about how many elements are there. And you'll want to remember there, as long as you remember, there's around 100 elements. Yeah, earlier I mentioned there's currently 118. That will change. There'll probably be some more synthesized. Yeah, these 118 elements, a lot of them we won't use very often in chemistry. Some of the synthetic elements, the later ones, yeah, won't use that much. And then B, what submicroscopic particles of the building blocks all matter, and then hopefully you didn't have any problems stating that was the atoms. And finishing up section 1.1, we got why study chemistry? We study chemistry because it has a considerable impact on society, healthcare, clothing, food, accessory, and, well, it's just your curriculum. And helps out in other areas such as biology, engineering, agriculture, geology, physics, etc. It's often just called the Central Science, the name of our textbook, because it branches off into so many other different areas. So that's a brief overview of section 1. Again, make sure you've read, or if you haven't, read section 1.1, study it. You might add some other notes in. So make sure you submit a photo of what you have here. And that's it for now. Next time we'll have section 1.2.